What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to be counting down the most underrated Black Series figures of 2025. Before we jump into it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, because we're always talking about the Black Series here on the channel.
Yes, sir.
First, we've got a little bit of housekeeping to go over because we do have some upcoming streams.
Finally.
The Black Series drought is finally over. We knew September was going to be absolutely dry, and October was going to have some reveals, so we do have a couple conventions coming up that we want to talk about here to let you know. There's going to be some new figgies, and of course, we're going to be covering those.
Yep, so NYCC is of course happening, and Hasbro did confirm their panel Thursday, October 9th, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. That's actually the time that they're going to be doing some kind of recap of the panel, a fan stream recap, NYCC.
So it'll be like a pre-recorded thing that they probably play?
Most likely.
Okay.
Most likely. I think most of them are pre-recorded.
I think they are.
Just in case they like slip up or something. I don't know. I'm like 99% sure on that. But then also MCM Comic-Con in London. They just kind of had their little press release thingy that says Saturday, October 25th. That's going to be the Hasbro brand panel. So that'll be all Hasbro stuff. And of course Star Wars will be in there at some point. Black Series, vintage, all that goodness.
Yep.
So a little bit of housekeeping, and yeah, you're exactly right. The Black Series is live again because it's been dry. It's been rough out here. But I can't wait to get some new reveals, get on some live streaming and everything. So super exciting stuff.
Now let's get into the most underrated figures of the year so far.
Yeah, my thoughts with this topic is just it could be underrated for whatever reason, like our own anecdotal experiences, what I see people discussing in the Discord or Instagram or whatever. Underappreciated, undervalued, underrated, not talked about enough.
Right.
Doesn't come up in people's like, you know, like, oh, 2025 was such a great year, and then they list off a bunch of figures. I'm like, you're missing some. So that's kind of what I mean by underrated.
So we've got 5 picks for you today, and we'll just get things started here with number 5, which is Deluxe SM33 from Skeleton Crew. This figure definitely surprised a lot of us, especially when it was first revealed, and they actually did like a pretty cool gimmick with the figure. Just like in the show, you know, we see SM33 kind of like hunched over, you know, condensed.
Yeah.
And later on, when he gets, you know, in situations where he needs to be a little bit more intimidating, he kind of extends his limbs out.
Got that extendo mode on.
Yep. So he's all big and tall and stuff. And they translated that to the figure, and it's actually a really cool gimmick to include.
Yeah, I kind of really dig the engineering behind that.
Yeah.
It works really well. The figure also includes a stand, which is like such a rarity for the Black Series, and you don't even need it.
Right.
Like that was the main worry that people had going into that figure, but it can just stand, even with that peg leg, even without the stand.
Yep.
So that's awesome. There's a nice patina on like the metallic, you know, paint that's all over this figure, and yeah, it's just, I love the details on this one. It's painted nicely, comes with Snowball.
Yeah. Which, side note, in case you guys are wondering, I lost Snowball.
Don't lose Snowball.
Snowball's gone.
And smallest accessory ever.
Dude, one of the smallest Black Series accessories ever, but we do also get the little shield swap out accessories as well, so I think this was a figure that was just really cool and interesting, and it was a droid, which, you know, droids always got a little bit of a soft spot in my heart.
Right.
So I think this one is actually really awesome to put on the shelf. And it was even better because, you know, that Amazon pricing era where it was only $24.99. But yeah, you don't really see a lot of people talk about this figure, especially like the way people talked about the kids from the show.
Yeah, for sure. And I think 2025 has also just been the year that Deluxe actually feels deluxe. Like, Deluxe actually kind of feels worth it, like, between SM33 and Savage. So, I dig it. I dig this one. Coming in at number 4 is Prince Shizor. I do not see people talking about Shizor enough when they're... This is, like, especially one when I see them listing off, like, 2025 has been such a banger year. We have this figure, this figure, this figure. You're missing Prince Shizor in that listing.
Yeah. Long-awaited, highly desirable character, especially among EU fans. Obviously, this is the villain of Shadows of the Empire. Hasbro always does a fantastic job with the aliens, and Shizor is no exception.
Right. I mean, great likeness. I love the hair, how you can actually move it.
Yeah, articulated ponytail.
Right, depending on whatever pose you have him in. There's some nice mixed media with soft goods and hard plastic, and the hard plastic has textured detail that is oh so missing on a figure like Chancellor Palpatine in the upcoming 2-pack. So it's a banger. All these fan channel waves, not all of them, but most of them have been just absolute bangers.
Yeah.
And I think Prince Shizor is just like a hair underrated.
Yeah, definitely. Also, shout out to him being a fully brand new figure, because we thought he reused Farm Boy Luke's legs, but then it turned out they're just very similar.
Yeah.
Which just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Hasbro went out of their way to do a brand new figure for an EU character. In the past, that would have never happened.
That's true.
So it's awesome to see them doing that for so many EU characters this year. Number 3, we might catch some heat on, but dang it, we love our Halloween holiday figures. So number 3 is the Ghost from Target.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this figure is underrated because it literally, just like a ghost, appeared and then vanished. I mean, Target's got them in like July.
Yeah.
They got them super early, and I feel like everyone just gobbled them up, and I don't think they ever went up on Target.com.
Very interesting. I also think the Halloween figures in general, and the modern Christmas ones as well, I think this subline is just underappreciated. I think these sublines in general... This is where we're getting into, like, the out-of-the-basement hot take, like, come at us, sue us, like, it's our video. I do think these sublines are hated on a bit too harshly, especially when people lump them in with Carbonized and Credit Collection, which is, like, actual slop garbage.
Yeah. I feel like there's been a pretty long history of Star Wars doing holiday-themed figures, so I also don't really know why people are so surprised they do them. I mean, you could go back to, like, Power of the Force, and there's holiday, Christmas R2-D2, stuff like that, all the way back then. So this is something they've done for a long time, but recently, like you said, they've just been putting in a smidge more effort into them.
Exactly.
And it's really showing. We've got a lot of like soft goods with the holiday figures.
Some of them are
this
straight
year.
up like deluxe figures if they were in mainline.
Right, like the Ventress Witch.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, if that was a mainline figure, she'd be deluxe.
Right, but the Ghost is glow in the dark, so that's the one we chose. I mean, that's a Black Series first, glow in the dark plastic. It's cool, all right. I know we have like 8-year-old brain right now, but it's cool.
You know me, I love glow in the dark figures.
You do.
If there's one way to get me to double dip, triple dip on a figure, it's put some glow in the dark paint on that thing and sell it to me in a slightly different package. I have most of the McFarlane glow in the dark stuff, just a bunch of stuff from over the years, and this one is awesome. The glow is fantastic.
It's powerful.
It's
powerful.
It's seriously powerful. You can charge it just a brief period of time, and that thing is glowing like literally as bright as the sun. It's kind of awesome.
Maybe we're just a little more festive than some of you guys out there, but if that's the case, quit being a Scrooge, all right? They're perfectly fun figures to bust out during the holiday season, whether that be Halloween or Christmas. They serve a purpose. At the very least, they serve some kind of decorative purpose. And in my mind, that puts them so high and above Carbonized and Credit Collection.
Yep, I'd agree.
All right, Nate, continuing with our hot takes. This is like an infamous...
True.
We kind of we don't hate this figure. We're kind of like, it's good. Like, it's not the best, but it's like solid.
Yeah.
And that is this year's Walmart exclusive Revenge of the Sith card back release of the Magna Guard. It's blue now.
Yeah. But I love it because honestly, my mind's eye is the blue Magna Guard, even though,
It's fair.
you know,
Fair.
in Revenge of the Sith, we do see the blue, we do see the white, and we primarily see the white in Clone Wars, I believe.
Yeah.
But they're both in the movies. But for whatever reason, my mind's eye just gravitates towards the blue one, and I think they killed it. They updated the soft goods and gave him some little cool burnt.
It's like burnt and tattered and
Yeah,
torn,
it's-
and the blue is a nice metallic blue. It might be too blue for screen accuracy.
There should definitely be a little bit more battle damage, you know, some more gray
Yeah.
mixed in there.
But we kind of infamously defend this figure too, as far as like how dynamic it is, how posable it is. I mean, the articulation on the droid, people hate on the articulation, but for anyone who does, I gotta tell you to watch Nate's review for either the Clone Wars one or I think it was in a catch-up, right?
Yeah, we
Video?
did it in a catch-up. But yeah, the figure is super dynamic. It's a little finicky, but I think once you learn how to work with it, it's a lot of fun. And of course, just take the shoulder pad off, pose the figure, put the shoulder pad back on. You'll be fine. I promise. Now, let's move on to the number one most underrated figure of 2025. And I think this one's a shocker.
Yeah.
But our number one pick is Phase 1 Captain Rex. No one talks about this figure, including us, to be fair.
True.
But it is a banger through and through.
That's true. And underrated doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, these are all top 10 material. Like, that's not at all what this means. It doesn't mean that they're just the hottest fire, top tier, banger, S tier. Like, that's not what it means. It just means underrated. Mm-hmm. But the case with Phase 1 Captain Rex, I just think it got overshadowed by the admittedly superior Gal. But Rex is still a Phase 1 clone on the 2023 sculpt, and he looks great.
Yeah. We love the Phase 1 2023 Trooper because, you know, since the Phase 1 helmet's a little bit different, it's a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. They're not chinners. The Phase 1 Troopers are not chinners. And Rex, specifically, just looks awesome. Mm-hmm. He's so poseable. He has a soft plastic comma, but they've updated it so that the plastic was nice and pliable, so he's still extremely poseable.
That's true.
Looks wonderful. Kind of like supposed to be from Ahsoka, but
yeah, clones are just weird in this line.
Yeah.
Clones are so weird, but like it's almost every bit as good as a figure like Gal. Like I get Gal has the super awesome theatrical geared Revenge of the Sith style helmet, and I mean he just has more going on as well.
Yeah.
But that 2023 clone sculpt is so good. The articulation is incredible, and I feel like Phase 1 Rex to some people is more iconic than Phase 2 Rex.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
I
we
think-
needed both looks.
There's an argument for both for sure. But it was another one of those things where I'm glad it took so long to get a Phase 1 Rex because he's just so fun. He looks great. Maybe the blonde hair could have been a little bit blonder, but,
Yeah.
you know, or I think maybe the new one is yellow. Like, his hair is yellow
Yeah.
instead of blonde. So,
Yeah, not the biggest fan of the head
Yeah.
sculpt underneath, but it's a clone. I'm putting that helmet on.
yeah. But yeah, I think overall, this has just been such an amazing year for the Black Series that it is crazy that we're sitting here talking about a Captain Rex figure being underrated. But it's so true.
I was in the Discord the other day, and I was going through the master list, and I was like marking figures that would be like top 10 potential for 2025. There was like over 20 figures that I marked. And I will say, like, last year, the year before, like, yeah, those were great years as well, but I had a relatively easier time coming up with the top
Yeah.
10. I feel like this year's top 10 is just going to be like actually challenging.
Yeah, I mean, we've got incredible EU figures, awesome deluxe figures this year.
And like big sets and like
the character selection has been great. The figures that have gotten remade, like Han, Chewie, Anakin, Obi-Wan, just like so many like legitimate like 100% upgrades, Gale. So it's just like this year's going to be so tough to nail down just 10 figures. We got Ronin. We got wired soft goods in the Black Series this year. Like, what is going on?
That's crazy.
No other Hasbro line has wired soft goods. And you're telling me that we got Ronin and should, before the year's end, get Vader, right?
Drew, yeah, I think it's October, November, something. The vignette set, which is going to be great. But it's also nice to look back and highlight some of the underrated figures that kind of just came and went because everybody focuses on the big, huge top bangers. Mm-hmm. But this is a big line. They do like 80 to 100 releases a year. So I do think it's kind of nice to, you know, reflect back on some of the ones that the community might not put a spotlight on all too often.
And with that being said, that's all we've got for you for this week's episode of Figure It Out. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Let us know what you think are some of the most underrated Black Series figures of 2025 are in the comments down below. And if you're in a position to help support the channel directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out down in the description. And while you're there, make sure to click the link to join our Discord.
Join it up.
That one's totally free. It's a great way to get connected with us and other like-minded members of the community. As always, we got to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to all of our current channel members. Your continued support is truly appreciated. And thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.